Anything that it has a notion that it is, it will protect. This primitive part of your brain, sociopathic basically, it is not concerned with society, it's not concerned with social behavior, it is concerned with what is best for itself. That means it keeps your lungs breathing, it keeps your eyes open, it regulates your heartbeat, even your sexual desires, what you will and will not desire. It really is a very animal part, and I call it the human animal. We are an animal amongst other animals. For, millennia, we were just some other benign animals in a forest full of animals. We evolved to become the most dominant species on the planet, not because we were gentle and kind and loving and sweet and good and caring. No, because we're brutal, because we are vicious, because we are conniving, and we're able to make plans, and we're probably the most destructive species on this planet by far. The human animal part of us is very often what drives us towards relationships. Now, you can imagine that often doesn't turn out too well, because it is the human being part of us, the part of us that evolved later. It's almost like an accessory, if you will. It's almost like an added on luxury item that we're able to have compassion and love, caring and empathy, that we care about things like honor and nobility, that we care about things like dignity and generosity. These are human attributes. These are human concerns. Animals aren't concerned about those things. And if your life is threatened, you won't be concerned about those things very much either. If somebody threatens your children, you won't be concerned about what's polite. You won't be concerned about what's noble or right or good or being compassionate or empathetic. You will do what must be done to cause the survival of that being. You'll do whatever it takes to keep yourself alive. There's an interesting path that we walk at Embrace Growth. We teach people how to walk that path. There's an interesting path where you must, of course, recognize, own, maintain, and honor that animal part of yourself. That's not something to be rejected or looked down upon. That's something that you need to honor and respect, because guess what? It's not going away. You can't meditate it away, and I can prove that with my own life, okay? I've been meditating since I was 18 years old. It's over 50 years. At Embrace Growth, we actually walk a path in which we honor the human animal and the human being part of ourself. And of course, we're leaning towards developing and growing and embracing the human being part of ourselves, the part of us which is more concerned with who you are being rather than what you are doing. We live in a world of being and doing. Being has more to do with what you're present to, what is present when you're there. What do you bring to the table? What do you bring to the relationship? What do you bring to the business? What do you bring to the conversation that is human? It's a state of beingness in which comes natural is to have dignity, to have honor, to have love, to have respect, to have joy. You see, there's no joy in the human animal part of ourselves. It does not experience joy. It may experience a certain type of glee or momentary satisfaction or gratification from having survived or dominated, overcome a threat, vanquished an opponent, but it is pitiful compared to true happiness. It's laughable compared to actual joy and satisfaction and fulfillment. The path to joy and satisfaction and fulfillment is to practice joy, practice satisfaction, practice fulfillment. Maybe you thought that there was some magic thing. Maybe you thought that there was some special trick that if I told you or a secret, you would magically somehow have the key to happiness. In fact, I'm sure if you were to Google right now, key to happiness, there would be probably hundreds of books and lectures, CDs and courses on the keys to happiness, right? We may have even done a seminar called The Keys to Happiness, now that I think about it, but there's no magic key. If you ever attended one of our seminars or workshops, we would tell you that. There's no magic key. What is obvious once you have accomplished, once you have arrived at a place of satisfaction and fulfillment, a place of, well, enlightenment or awakening, what becomes very apparent, well, it was there all along. It was always available. It was always there. You always had this capacity or ability within you. It was never any further than your own skin. All you had to do was begin to exercise it or practice it. And of course, there's some steps to go through that would assure your success. It's like going through the forest. There may be many paths. One may lead to a cliff, one may lead to a road that takes you someplace, and one may lead to nowhere. You know, there's many paths that you can take in life, and I certainly have taken a lot of paths that led to nowhere or that led to my downfall. Once you discover a path through the forest that would take you to a place that would be a place of renewal, a place of satisfaction, a place of beauty, it would just come naturally to you to want to share that with others, to want to make sure that others found their way there and that they didn't get lost. They didn't spend a lifetime trying to find their way through something that you had found. Really, the whole purpose behind Embrace Growth and the reason why I'm even here today doing this show called Love Talk.